Hi, I'm here to show you guys how to set up your soft plastic stingers on the back of your spinnerbait. First of all, grab your spinnerbait and your plastic, sit them together, then grab your stinger hook. Now we need to ascertain where we're going to poke the hole at the back of the plastic so the stinger hook sits nice and flat. Okay, I've found that mark that I did earlier. Just poke a little hole there. Push the eye of the hook through the plastic all the way to the end. I like to keep my hook bent sideways, not the proper way that it's going to sit once you've fully rigged it, only because if you put it in the normal way, it will create a thicker tunnel all the way through, therefore let the hook slide a little bit more left to right, and when you're fishing with it, it'll actually cause the spinnerbait to turn in cases. So once you get to the end, put it up how it would be fully rigged. Then this is the most important bit, and also the slightly hard bit. You want to thread your hook of your spinnerbait through the plastic, and you want to find the actual eye of the hook. Okay, it can be a bit tricky, but you need to just take your time and get a hang of this, because once you do it a couple of times, it's pretty easy. Okay, I found that there, and simply push it through. Okay, it's as simple as that. It's really quick and easy after you've done it a couple of times, and that will swim nice and straight. And it's really important not to bunch it up too much. If you've bunched it up too much and your spinnerbait's sitting up like that, or your plastic rather sitting up like that, what you need to do is grab some scissors and cut off a little thin piece at the front so it sits nice and flush and not all the way back. All you need to do now is grab a bit of garden hose, which I've cut up. The best way to put this on is simply by holding your two fingers apart and supporting the actual hook itself with your thumb, like that. So once it does come on, your fingers don't slip and end up being caught on the stinger. Good thing about the garden hose is it's really flexy, so once you've pushed it through, it will grip back onto the hook itself, and it will actually hold the plastic down and won't ride up as much. If you're chasing big cod, I'd recommend using a really thick garden hose and using that as your main stopper. Here's another style of plastic, it's a little lizard. And one thing you do notice here is the back of that stinger is actually drooping down a bit, but you don't need to worry too much about that because it's the nature of the actual plastic itself, it's quite soft. As long as you've got enough bunched up at the front of the spinnerbait here, up against the hard bit of lead, you're pretty much right. The thing I like to point out is if you don't have enough of this sitting here, I'll just push this back a little bit just to create that, you actually notice that it's a lot easier for the plastic to turn on itself. This is a big 6-inch curltail grub. As you can see, it's sitting nice and flat and straight on the spinnerbait. Right, now you're ready to go for a fish.